Hi, I'm Lyn Marsh, and I'm doing a series about dreaming yourself happy. You know, life was never meant to be this painful. We can learn from pain and fear, and we've been doing that a long time. But it was never meant to be this painful. No matter where you are in your life now, things can be different, and you can learn to dream yourself to be a happy person. If you've lost somebody you know, you're different from that. You'll never be the person you used to be. Or if you've had a lot of disappointments in your life, or times when you were hurt so bad or too deep, you change, and you change forever. But there's a new way to grow. We can grow from being happy and from learning how to have fun. We can grow from being so happy that we lift that happiness to joy and then have a fulfilled and happy, fulfilling, fascinating life. Having a happy life is not a poker game. It's a right. It's R-I-T-E, right. Well, it's also your right to be happy, but it involves a right of dreaming. And rites are they're practices that lead you somewhere new. Well, dreaming yourself happy is a rite where you practice dreaming a different life until you find yourself dreaming yourself happy naturally, without even thinking about it. It just becomes your way of life. When you're feeling miserable or painful, your hope can get broken, and you can lose confidence in yourself and in life. So you can be afraid to get your hope up again. We've all focused on fears and disappointments in our lives. And when we do this, when we focus here, we're actually dreaming more disappointments and more scary things. And then we use this, or we can use this, to prove ourselves that life is just going to be a lot of scary, disappointing, or painful things. So we start expecting them. I have a question for you. You know, when you daydream during the day, and you start dreaming about something you want for yourself, do you ever notice that sometimes you're dreaming about something you want for yourself, and the next thing you're dreaming about why it's not going to happen? Or you go off to worrying about money or something wrong that's in your life that you're upset about. See, it's really hard to dream yourself happy when all these things keep filling your mind and heart. And what happens is that you end up dreaming more of these things into your life instead of happiness. And you can't just put a piece of paper on the refrigerator or mirror that says, "I am now happy." That will not make you happy. The reason is that you're ignoring all the feelings and situations that are uncomfortable, that are making you unhappy. And these feelings are going to come back to haunt you. So being happy is not about avoiding uncomfortable feelings. It's about acknowledging these feelings and thoughts and then moving beyond them and dreaming yourself happy. Now I'm going to give you happiness rites, R-I-T-E-S, and these happiness rites will be your passage from wherever you are now in your life to living a happy, joyful, and fulfilling life. And I'm going to give you one each week. See, you need to learn how to be a dreamer. You need to learn how to use your imagination to dream what it is you really want and desire, and to look more closely at what you really expect to happen. If you want something, even if you have great passion, but you expect to be disappointed, you'll end up having dreams about being disappointed. And this prevents you from receiving what it is you really do want. And there's one more thing I want you to know before I talk about happiness, right? And that's to remember that you are loved. And that's really important. If you want to have a happy life, it's important to remember that you're loved. If you're feeling unloved, sit in nature, watch a sunset or a sunrise, and just let go. Open. Sometimes it's going to help you remember that you're loved. It'll connect you back with who you are. But if that doesn't work, then go love someone else. Go love your animals. Go love a tree. It doesn't matter, because it will start that energy in you, and you'll start remembering. And also, if you can, let someone else love you. And if you don't have any physical friends, which probably you do, but if you don't, you're feeling really alone, well then maybe someone who's died who you really loved. Just imagine that they're beside you, and let them hold you, love you, and receive it. Use your imagination. Or have an unseen friend love you, like maybe your higher self, your soul. Let them surround you with love. In fact, when you've lost all hope, and there are times when that happens, first remember the love. Now, after remembering the love, you can then use your dreams to replenish your hope again. All right, I have a happiness ride for this week. These happiness sessions, dreaming yourself happiness, they're going to be about 5 minutes long each time. All right, your happiness ride for this week is, I want you to pay attention to what it is you're dreaming during the day. What are your daydreams? What are you daydreaming about? And I want you to pay attention, what are you dreaming at night? And if you can, write it down or record them. If you have a smartphone with a recorder on it, or get a little journal or something, then ask yourself, what are my daydreams or my night dreams telling me about what I want, or what I really desire, and what I expect to happen? Let's say you're daydreaming about, or you want your job, let's say you want your boss to give you a raise, let's say that. And you're daydreaming about going to your boss and asking for the raise, and he shames you. Well, that's not going to get you your raise, is it? In fact, what happens is, what you're really wanting, not consciously, but you really at least expect to be shamed. So if you're expecting to be shamed when you go to your boss, that's what you're going to get. And what do you want? Maybe what you want is another disappointment, or to prove to yourself that you're not good enough. So if you start looking at, okay, what is this telling me about what I really want? And what is this telling me about what I expect to happen? And then ask yourself, what's the story? How am I using my imagination? Like, let's say I daydream, I remember 15 daydreams. Am I daydreaming mostly about my boss? Am I daydreaming about school? Am I daydreaming about my partner? And what's the theme? Are most of them disappointment? Or are they happiness, triumph? Are they humiliation? Look at the themes. And this is going to help you get in touch with what's going on during the day that you're usually not even noticing. So this is what I want you to do this week. And then I want you to join me next week to learn more about dreaming yourself happy. I'm going to give you more rituals, and I'm going to talk more about what it means, and I'm going to talk about what dreams really are and the power of dreaming. Okay, so I'll see you next week, and you can visit my blog, conversationswithanoldone.com. Thank you for checking in and being here with me.